So my wife Kimberly and I have been attending Chapel Point for about 15 years. We loved how it was big enough that we could blend in if we wanted to, but small enough that we knew a lot of people by name. It was a perfect fit for us where we could be consumers. As Chapel Point started to grow, we started to feel less comfortable, like things weren't fitting for us anymore. So we made the decision to do some church shopping and start looking around to see what fit better for us.
I never let my love for Jesus impact anything about my life other than the fact that I could say I was a Christian. I would sit and listen to a Sunday church service and feel moved. Then when I would get home, it really would not impact anything else about my life. The Lord really prompted an older girl on my basketball team to invite me into reading the Bible in a year. For the first few months of that, I was able to keep up on it out of just kind of will, but I really did not enjoy reading the Bible every day.
I was with a woman. We went through life not really following God's teachings. We kind of wandered in the wilderness, as they would say. It was good to say I had God in my life, but I was in charge. So many things that went wrong in such a short time, and I just seen no end out of it. And I remember kneeling down behind a round bale and just saying, God, you need to carry this yoke. It is too much for me. And I remember him literally picking me up, taking that burden off me.
The Lord, through his word and through me actually choosing to spend time in it, he began to reveal my sin, and slowly over the course of the rest of those few months began to change my heart.
I had the blessing of conviction, and the question I felt God was asking me at the time was, is Chapel Point too big, or is your effort too small?
God is moving. There's no denying it when you hear these stories and others. Jesus is building his church as promised, and we're invited to join him in that work. Being a disciple and making disciples is what it means to be a Christian. This commission to go and make is the reason we exist as a local church. That means making disciples who make disciples. We get to be a part of his rescue mission to a lost and dying world. Perhaps a couple of questions for you are, am I a disciple? Do I have a real relationship with Jesus? And then, is my spiritual walk worth emulating? Is anyone emulating me as I emulate Christ? The elders have sensed God calling us back to a simple but profound calling. We must make disciples and disciple makers. Discipleship is and should be a way of life for every Christian. But it's not about attending a church service or about knowledge or having all the answers. Rather, it's about living a life completely surrendered to the will of God. So here's what we all know. Neither being a disciple nor making disciples is easy. That's why we're launching a new 3-year initiative called Disciple. For the past 3 years, you've heard us focus on going on mission. For the next 3 years, you're going to be challenged to step into an abiding relationship with Jesus and equipped to multiply disciples. We're going all in on making disciples because we know at the end of the day, to multiply transformed followers of Jesus, we must obey what Jesus called his disciples to do. Go and make disciples of all nations.
Do you want to walk with God? Do you want to make this commitment? You're only going to get there through him. You're not going to get there by watching some preacher on TV on Sunday morning. It's not going to get you there. And, you can say you can believe all you want, but if you don't live it, that's kind of always my thought. Do you believe if you're not living it?
Continuing that rhythm of spending time with God and a life of prayer continuously, God has led me into some amazing things and really redeemed a lot of the sin that I had lived in for so long. And so because of that, I truly desire to use every moment and every opportunity to serve him and to share with others the redeeming power of having a relationship with Jesus.
Everything changed because now instead of knowing of Jesus, I knew Jesus. The fruit now that I'm bearing is more evident than it's ever been in my life, and we now understand what it means to truly be a transformed follower. And it's not something that just happens by chance. It happens because of intentionality and because of your effort and because of your walk in relationship with God.
This is what we want for you. God is not done with your story. He has more for you. This is your invitation to join the Disciple Initiative.